Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails through Daybreak 2, where we currently are taking a tour and doing an evening with our team after the whole situation with Ferry and the Z calmed down. And so, we start in Riverside because we already did Old Town in a previous episode. The viewers returned and we're holding a 6-month anniversary concert. Tonight's going to be so exciting, I'm sure they've only improved since their last performance. The Revolution Festival concert was definitely some peak showmanship, but they've even got professional posters this time. But advertising is bound to bring in more fans, I can't wait to see them all.
Let's see what we got.
Hi there. Come again.
Whoa! Sounds like a party in there.
Perfect, attendance just as I expected, and the fans seem pretty pumped up too. We'll be having a meet and greet after the performance as well. Should be a pretty good chance to sell merch. They'll be sure to make a profit. This is exactly the chance I've been waiting for. I'm glad I decided to take on being the manager. Seiden and Lulu have been picking up whatever jobs they could find in order to fund their performances. Anything to pursue their dreams, I guess. But things are going to be different from now on. We can get the fans to spend more money on them, we'll have no problem setting up shows. It's a review 6-month anniversary! We're going to go all out today! The next song we're doing has been one of our biggest hits yet. You all know the lyrics, so sing along! Sailor Lulu! Reviewers are best! Good for them. Come to think of it, why did you become a bartender? Wasn't it you who said it was impolite to dig into a lady's secrets? Oh, guess I did say that. Well, you see, a long time ago I found myself at a bar after getting my heart broken, and that's where I met a certain bartender. His appearance, his attitude, he was the epitome of class, so I decided I want to be just like him. That's wonderful. You got your heart broken? Yes, I did. It gave me a chance to find my true passion. Anyway, why don't we talk about the rest some other time? Sounds like you've already got some ideas for bringing back customers. A bar is a place where conversation never runs dry. I look forward to your future patronage.
Hello.
And there's a new drink.
Thank you.
Nowhere better in Riverside than here.
Well, it's sure been a while, hasn't it? I didn't think you'd want to invite me out again. I know I'm in my 30s now, but I still can't seem to round up all my rough edges. I won't lie, the attitude change definitely caught me by surprise at first, but actually, you kind of opened my eyes. Of course I don't want you to change or anything, but instead of you protecting me, I'd like it if I could protect you. Edward, I'm so glad I didn't back out on today. I know Sasha's been saying everything was fine, but I never thought it to be true. He saw my true self and yet he still wants me to depend on him. I'm so happy. Would ever beg such a sweetheart? It looks like Miss Sonia's out on another date today. Seems to be going pretty well too, good for her. Anyway, I should apologize for having our date at a food stand. The more formal places make me a little uncomfortable. No, it's fine. I like that he doesn't feel the need to put on airs. He's really one for me.
Well...
Yeah, it's really nice.
We'll be in a new fiscal year soon. Guess I should start consulting with the others. Go ahead and talk to Prue with her ordering. She should be able to set you up. Well, as long as she's not distracted. She's been working here for a while though, so I doubt she'll get her order wrong. Oh yeah, Lulua dropped by a little while ago, said she wanted to grab a bite before her performance. It's supposed to be pretty big too. She seemed pretty excited for it. Maybe I should check it out later.
Very well. My stall has the best dishes around.
Don't you think she's looking a little more refreshed than usual? I mean, she's looking terrible, just like her drinks. But it'd be useless to compete against her like this. Guess I have to beat her next time, or tacos will reign supreme.
I look forward to seeing you again in the very near future.
Oh hey, didn't expect to find you two over here. Hey, you having a late night craving too? It's a bit chilly out tonight, but the food is delicious as ever. We just missed Kyle and Shannon, by the way. They figured that time might be better spent fishing. Oh, before I forget, I meant to give you a little present the other day. Thanks. Oh, that reminds me, Shannon's gotten much better at fishing recently, don't you think? And their social media accounts seem to be doing pretty good too. It's so nice to see the youth in such high spirits. Yeah, we've really been on a roll lately, but Shannon's still as cool as ever. I mean, she almost ate our ground bait yesterday. I thought it was just some candy. That girl never changes, huh? At least he didn't actually eat it. You know, the both that Shadow Kai saw, I think he should ask Grandpa about it. He's gotta know something, right? These kids really do love fishing, huh? I have fun just watching them.
Anything you want. Hope you get good use out of it.
There sure are a lot of fish here.
Let's do this thing.
You should have run a lot today. That was really rejuvenating. But it looks like you finished a little later than usual. Want me to drop you off at home? Sure. Lodi's so nice. Can't even remember what I used to want in my ideal boyfriend. Lodi's practically perfect. But he's my friend. Just my friend. Hey, what are you looking so down for? Is all that running catching up to you? Maybe you should take tomorrow off to do something fun. You know, like a little reset. Okay. That means I have to dress up. But he's my friend. Why would my heart betray me like this? I'm at a standstill, aren't I? Why's my pulse still rising? Sam and I have been doing a lot of running together lately. I think she might have strained herself trying to keep up. Well, I hope that's not the case. Maybe I should listen to what she wants to do from now on. I'll ask her tomorrow. Have fun on your date, I guess? Hi, Papa. Are you all done with your work today? I heard there's some promotion over in Old Town. Yeah, sorry, I promise I'm done for the day. Thankfully the CID came to help us out, so we finished a little quicker than I thought we would. Yes, that means you can play with me tonight. Should we do some dress up? Oh, or how about hide and seek? Gigi, I know you love spending time with him, but your father needs all the rest he can get at the moment. Oh, I guess so. Thank you, Latifah, but there's no need to worry. After all, it's been quite a while since I played with Gigi, hasn't it? I was starting to feel a little lonely. I'll play with you as long as you want tonight. Well, until your bedtime at least. Yay, I love you, Papa. Well, as long as you don't wreck the house. Let's hurry home so we can get dinner started. He's got a weak spot for his kid, huh? Oh, what a good dad. Hey, don't think I didn't notice you all. What are you eavesdropping on us for? Sorry, we'll be on our way. I heard what happened to your office from the CID. Glad to see you all doing alright. Still, it sounds like you've involved yourself in something pretty dangerous. Yeah, more or less. Didn't think it'd turn out like that, though. Well, I can certainly sympathize. However, we cannot ignore that this presented a very clear threat to civilians. The police will be conducting a thorough investigation. I trust you'd be willing to give me the full story sometime. It makes sense that you'd be concerned. Yeah, sometime. I wish Papa could come home early every day, but he always looks so cool when he's doing his police work, and he always makes sure to play with me on his time off. I love him so much. Gigi's always asleep by the time her father gets home. That's why days like today are so important to her. Well, when we're happy, I'm happy. That was so cool, Rooney. Thanks for sharing it with us. The old stories from Elsa were fun, but one about the Republic's evolution made my heart pound. Well, thanks for listening. This was my first time holding a session with everyone. I was kind of nervous in the beginning, but it went really smoothly. Hey, wait, is something wrong, Elsa? Those stories make my heart feel sad. I still don't get that number game you made us play. What did you make it so hard for? Do you want me to explain it again? The history of the Central East is quite different from our own. I kind of wish I took a bit more interest in it. But as for Ilda, she's not very good with math, so I just did a simple guess the number game. Actually, I hadn't expected it to be such a hit with them. Anyway, I guess it's gotten pretty late, huh? Don't worry about the hours, I work from home once we're finished here. That's so annoying. How come I'm the only one that doesn't get it? Whatever, I just get Rooney to give me the answers. My, that was a wonderful discussion. I'm sure Rooney would make for a great teacher someday. The more children he teaches about different cultures, the closer we are to achieving true peace in Zemuria. I was told that yesterday that one race was cancelled due to a terrorist plot. I suspect that most people here are attempting to ease their worries. Thankfully, there were no casualties, but I sense there is still some disappointment over the matter. Be that as it may, I'm glad there are children like Rooney who are trying to learn about other cultures. Understanding begets connection, after all. The children are the flames of hope that will guide us into the future. I can only ask that Arusha blesses their path forward. I get you!
A news break. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. As graduation season approaches, many students across the nation are preparing to set off on new journeys, while others prepare to see them off. In particular, Edith's Aramis Academy has drawn much attention over their famed school festival, which is held at the start of the academic year. Now let's get back to the music.
That capture was terrorist from the Z1 incident. Sheesh. That whole ordeal must have scrapped years of my life. Glad there weren't any casualties though. Figured there'd at least be some injuries. Anyway, sounds like the race is postponed until they can come up with a plan for keeping everyone safe.
Can I help you? Come again.
Oh, it's you guys. Hey man. Hey, what's up? You guys doing some night fishing? Well, actually, we've been training to capture this gigantic fish Kyle saw the other day. Yeah, they both thought I'd made it up at first, but they only had to see it for themselves to become true believers. They only could figure out how to catch it. Well, keep at it, I guess. If anyone can do it, you guys can. Oh, you can be sure of what. After all, we're pro anglers. By the way, the weather's pretty good for fishing tonight, don't you think? Here. Thanks, appreciate it. Catch a large fish, you need a sturdy fishing rod and stable technique. I have the most experience out of the three of us, but I'm not so sure that'll be good enough. Wait, I can't lose confidence now. That fish is gonna be mine for sure. That might just be the rarest fish we ever catch. We still don't actually know what it looks like though. All Kyle saw was its shadow. But it's gotta be massive, right? I can't wait to see it.
This is an adequate spot for fishing.
Let's do this thing. This is a big one.
Oh.
Van, darling, I've been waiting for you.
Conan, you idiot, a signing event, really? I'm so sorry, Miss Kokona. I could have sworn you'd already given it your go-ahead. Honestly, whether we like it or not, talk about Jay Siegel being a sweet and gentle girl behind the pen name. It's already making rounds on the net. The editorial department is absolutely flooded with fan mail from men rather above your target age group. What? That's horrifying. Curtis, can we just wipe yesterday from everyone's memory? I'm not a miracle worker, you know. Alright, no biggie, Kokona. I mean, most of your fans are just harmless little kids, right? Nope, can't do this. Conan, I'm gonna need you to invent time travel. Stat.
Okay.
I didn't think she'd be so upset about this. I'm sure she would have had a big break without my help anyway. What should I do? Now what can I do? Seiden?
Let's roll, gang.
I still can't believe what happened at yesterday's race. Well, at least Asan didn't get too hard, but what was terrorist? It was unforgivable. Now that I think about it though, I wonder if they'll reschedule a race. I mean, the winner's still undecided, right? I want to know who beats who. So, the terrorist attack at that one yesterday wasn't actually involved in patrolling the area at the time. But still, it's frustrating to know I did nothing to stop it. I mean, we were a police force. But at least no one died, and the CID was even able to capture everyone responsible. The fact remains, though, that we were unable to fulfill our duty. No, we had to leave it to the CID. I feel so powerless. I still can't believe there was a terrorist threat at yesterday's Z1 race. I heard there weren't any casualties, though, and they even managed to catch the organization responsible. We need to nip this thing in the butt before it happens again. Our current solution is if we manage to come across any more information regarding this incident, please report it. I heard there's an explosion in Old Town today. Thankfully nobody was hurt. Inspector Aswani and the others spent their initial investigation trying to determine whether or not it was an accident. However, that's when the CID took over. Pretty suspicious if you ask me.
Better get ready for the meeting tomorrow.
Today I sketched the tower as seen from the perspective of the north side of the mall, along the freeway. It took me all day to do it, but the result is phenomenal. It's like I finally found the missing piece of a puzzle. I'll be able to replicate the tower's true essence any day now. Just a little more. Just another push and I can do it. Oh, it seems we finally gotten over the peak. That being said, I expect the new fiscal year to be just as busy. Well, regardless, we finally have time for a break. That means I have time to use my personal phone. What should I look for on the Orwellnet? There's music, a movie posting site, an encyclopedia. Gravure idols, or not that one?
Welcome to Erland, sir.
I've been Carol's replacement for quite a while now. I feel like I've mostly gotten a handle on things, but am I really doing this right? See, I went to grow into a clerk worthy of your Erland name. The manager hasn't had to discipline me lately, so that's a good sign, but that doesn't mean I can start slacking. Time passes so quickly. Whenever I see someone come in to buy new clothes, I can't help being reminded of that fact. You see, changing what you put on your body is incentive to change your mindset as well. That's why it's important to mix up your wardrobe when you enter a new stage in life.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Gift for Nina.
I hope to see you again.
Yup.
And now for a weather update.
Here are the latest forecasts
So your
for
dad didn't
regions
make it
around
back
the
today either, huh?
Republic. Yesterday's cold
Didn't he just
spell
break his
has
promise with
since
you the other day
reversed
too?
course.
You sure you're alright?
Balmy conditions expected over the
Well, I'm a
coming
bit glum,
days
but
as we head
I
into
think my
spring.
father might be even more concerned about breaking his promise. I know he cares very deeply for me after all, so I suppose I just have to patiently wait for him to come home in the meantime. Well, alright, guess it would suck to fake another kidnapping for you. Come now, I never asked something so rash. Besides, I'm perfectly content having a friend like you, Eddie. I even found one in your mother as well.
Now, how about some
Thanks to
more
you,
music?
I don't feel lonesome anymore. I still think it's weird you're close with my old lady now. Makes sense, though. If I remember right, she lost her mom some time ago. Sorry, did you say something? Nah, it's nothing. Alright, why don't you stop by Old Town again? I think it was kind of a mess last time you came. And even though it freaks me out a little, I'm sure my mom would like to see you again. That's a wonderful idea. Well, I suppose that means I have one more thing to look forward to. Oh wait, I heard there was an explosion in Old Town. Is everything alright with your mother? And what about her store? She's fine and I didn't see any damage. Oh, thank goodness. I was just about ready to advance to find the best doctor in the city. You spared no cost for us, huh? Yesterday my old lady and Bazelia went out somewhere without telling me. Apparently they really hit it off, but they spent the whole time talking about me. What a pain in the ass. Still, I kinda wanna know what they said.
What's it gonna be? Later.
Good work, team. You're all doing great. Props to you for practicing your butts off while the away team's been gone. Thanks for tonight, Frawler. You really know how to psych us up. Kirk and the rest of the crew are gonna be blown away when they see how much we've improved. We're free to use the code all we like, so we're going to make the most of this chance to own our skills. Wow, everyone's so pumped up today. I feel like cheering you guys on twice as hard. You know, we probably wouldn't be this motivated if it weren't for you. We've got a lot to thank you for. For real, before you showed, things were really tense around here. So tense you could cut the air with a knife. Simon would always take charge whenever things got out of hand. That's surprising to hear. I mean, I knew you guys had a lot going on back then, but you're all such good people. It's just hard to imagine this group being on a pins and needles. And we still would have been if not for you. You've helped us change for better. In fact, I'd say you've been just as much of a positive influence on us as Simon's been. Oh, come on, there's no way that's true. Don't give him that much credit. I'm not doing anything special, I'm just hanging out with them and cheering them on. Why are they hitting me with a barrage of thank yous? I don't get it. Just doing what any good friend would do. Wait, am I embarrassed? Kirk and some of our other players are currently going head to head with teams from the other districts. I'm trying to see how far they'll get without me. But it's really hitting me now that this court feels empty without them. It's like a freaking ghost town. It's thanks to Frawler's efforts that this place has become as lively as it is. Frawler's parents aren't around anymore, but she's always so upbeat and positive. Guess she's made of sterner stuff. She has a way of lifting the spirits of everyone around her with that bright personality. It's infectious, I tell you. I bet you anything that she'll be leading this crew a few years from now. Talk to all of you. It seems a political debate and symposium went off without a hitch. But with what happened with that run race, we will not be easing up on our security. Not while we have VIPs here. We do not take this responsibility lightly. Rest assured that the safety of a hotel is at the forefront of our minds at all times. I believe Mr. Zelia is out speaking with Eddie right now. Manager Rumsfeld agreed to their meeting, so I suppose it's alright. Can't help but feel we should be keeping a better eye on her though.
I understand why you might think that. However,
I must say I was quite impressed with the president's speech. His refute of that one assemblyman in particular was remarkable. As always, his entire demeanor was magnificent, and of course I'm sure aides like you were ones to help bring him to such a level. I'm glad to hear you're so impressed by it at all. However, I'm afraid the president was the one who did most of the work, although we did our best to support him on a daily. Anyway, Langdon, I'm aware of how kind you've been to our party in the papers. We'll make sure to maintain good relations in the future. That being said, no matter how grateful we feel, we will not be following the footsteps of our predecessors. You will not be gaining further access to our administration. Just wanted to make that clear. Yes, of course, I wouldn't want to cause trouble for you or the president after all. Looks like I'm going to have to play the long game here. Should have known they'd make things more complex. Guess my plans to speak directly with the president will have to be on pause for the moment. That's fine, I'll just use my other connections to work my way in. The president made an incredible constructive argument in the debate. It sounds like we'll be able to rely on Langdon's article to bolster our party's approval rating as well. No matter how you look at it, this debate allowed us to shed a good light on both our party and the president's ideologies. Unless something unprecedented were to happen, I believe the next election should be fairly safe for us. Honestly, Marielle had me on pins and needles for a bit. I had no idea she intended on being so direct with both parties. You could tell she wasn't winging it either. Her question had some real depth to them. Well, regardless, I'm happy the debate provided an opportunity for better relations, both between the public and the assembly. Hopefully we remain standing as the Republic's main pipeline of information for the current administration. Oh, I almost forgot. Polanski's supposed to be attending the political debate today. I wonder, do I really need his help? Wait, what am I saying? The more choices I have, the better. Once things settle down, I do everything in my power to get him to back me. This time for sure. If you're looking for Miss Baselli, I believe she's nearby speaking with Eddie. Eddie's been operating a stand here in the Seiden District of late. She tries to meet with him when he does so. It may be night, but the young miss is carrying a mobile device on her person. Also, if anything were to happen, she's within a reachable distance. You see, I've been trying to allow her more freedom lately. With certain caveats, of course. The serving lady. What happened at the Z1 yesterday was incredibly unfortunate. Well, at least our VIP guests found no problem in returning to the hotel. We didn't have any issues with today's events either. I only hope that time with us continues to act as a reprieve from the troubles.
Off we go.
Just don't drink too much, okay?
Carlos. Yesterday's race turned into a disaster. Now the finals are postponed until further notice. Leaving your pins and needles right on way. I could mention another sip once I heard all the crashing and screaming from the track yesterday. That there weren't any casualties is a miracle, so tonight I'm gonna honor it by making up for the drinks I missed out on.
Very well.
Come on in and eat your fill.
Sounds so nice and such a gentleman too. I spotted him earlier and when our ice met, he nodded right at me. No wonder his fanbase has been on the rise.
Okay.
Nothing compares to nice strawberry beer in the cold night air. You can get as loud as you want here too. Let it out and whoop it up.
My stuff can't be beat.
And you sell a burger
I'll
recipe.
be waiting for you.
Well, and this just for pills and not the racing kind either. Can't believe those crazy maniacs got the Z1 postponed. We spent the rest of the day burning rubber to blow off steam. It really worked up the first though. So we came back for some drinks. Not enough to kill the pain though. I know, Heights, you and me are gonna ride this Ferris wheel together. You won't care if I had a few pins, right? Are you serious? Of course I will. You're plastered out of your mind. What have I been doing? I say I'm going to run being that's what I'm gonna do. I ride around on 4 wheels all the time. How bad can one giant one be? Oh boy, everybody's drowning their sorrows in drink. Alcohol doesn't really agree with me though, so I usually stick to mocktails and soft drinks. It really has been a hell of a day though. Fast forward to now and all of a sudden we are pelting it up with the high bloods. Best case scenario is that one Grand Prix will get to end on a good note too. Normally we'd be celebrating the close of the Z1 Grand Prix, but that went out of a window after what happened yesterday. They did manage to nab all the terrorists though, and the race is already slated to be rescheduled. Best of all, Maxime and Aslan made it out alright. Fingers crossed they tear up the track more than ever next time.
Alrighty.
If there ever was a time to drink, it's now. I mean, what else are we supposed to do? The final race of that one Grand Prix is postponed and we don't even know for how long. Gotta get my racing fixed. Well, not tonight, obviously. Knock back too many for that. You're definitely looking sloshed. Try not to go too hard, you hear? Like I need you to tell me that. Anyway, what is the CID rounded up all the jerks who put us into this fiasco to begin with? That's worth raising a toast for. Here's hoping we get the Z1 Grand Prix rescheduled ASAP. Oh, for the love of Edith. This is a rather unusual place for a gathering of rogues. I'm at a loss for words. Hey, what's up, Arkwright? I hear you've been getting yourself in all kinds of trouble lately. Attaboy. It's been close to a week since our last meeting, no? You all look awfully exhausted. Have you fallen victim to a post-vacation blues? Yeah, I guess. Hey, wait a sec. We aren't here for small talk. What on earth are you people doing here? You should see the look on your stupid faces, it's priceless. It's a normal reaction to seeing a couple of assassins chilling in a public space. That girl is like shockingly calm compared to her loudmouth brother. I don't see the Oathbreaker anywhere. Yeah, I'm guessing you punks aren't planning on starting shit, right? Well, if you're just here to enjoy the local delicacies, that's fine. Good picks, by the way. The rich cacao float, blue cream and chocolate rose soda are this place's hidden gems. The hell are you going on about? I just picked this at random. Oh, do you like sweets too? A fellow sweets buff? Wait, no, we are not bonding over this. I've got some questions I want answers. First off, why in the hell are you four in the capital? Direct as always. Since when did you have a sweet tooth? I may be partially to blame for that. Wait, so the Oathbreaker willingly went back to the society? And he's meeting with its upper echelons? The said upper echelons are called the Angers and there are 6 currently among the ranks. Well, I may have mentioned this on the island, but my dear Harwood has been a little too naughty this time. The enforcers aren't required to apologize when we act out of line, but the same can be said of the people of his station. Until that guy's done kowtowing before his master, Lucrezia and I are stuck running a daycare with these little brats. Why are we stuck doing the grunt work? We should have given this job to that ogre girl and the golden retriever of a prince. You must be talking about that crazy strong warrior from Red Constellation. There isn't a Jäger alive who doesn't know that course name. I swear I heard about a runaway prince before. Red Constellation, runaway prince? What in the heck are you guys going on about? One my take, I think this kind of gig is perfect for a couple of old has-been enforcers like you. Oh hey, gotta ask, why are you babysitting us anyway? It's not like we're related to that hairy old fart. The only reason we haven't bid is because we haven't been paid yet. As soon as the check clears, we're blowing this crapsicle stunt. That's perfectly fine by me, but until that moment arrives, we will be keeping you company. Trust me, I'd rather be doing literally anything else. You kids are annoying as hell. Totally get why you guys would want to give them a piece of your mind, but if you erase even a finger to them, we'll have to break your arm. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Yeah, whatever. We got bigger fish to fry anyway.
The floor is all yours. What you do from here is none of my concern. So go nuts. I'm curious whether your scheme will play out like you think it will. Should make for an interesting watch.
Speaking of bigger fish, the Oathbreaker hasn't been playing ball with the Garden Master since Nemeth, right? He did say he'd step aside that one time. To my knowledge, he's out of action for now. But I wouldn't take an Oathbreaker at his word. Heck, for all we know, he might even have your precious 3 and 9 in his thumb. What? No. Like I said, you can never run from your past. It'll stalk you to the ends of the earth. The old 3 made himself into another man's puppet, and the old 9 chasing a guy who tossed her aside like yesterday's garbage. Tell me, does that sound like a happy life? It sure doesn't to me. Okay, X, you've made your point. My goodness. Huh. Say what you will, they'll find happiness someday. I haven't known them for long, but even I was struck by how close a bond those two share. It's true they hit a roadblock. In fact, we all have obstacles in our path right now. But we will overcome ours, and soon Nadia will overcome theirs. Sounds like you guys know about all the shit that's going down at the capital. Too bad Mommy and Daddy's got you grounded. Fun watching us kick ass from your little playpen. Yeah, we put on one heck of a show, one that you're not allowed to take part in. They really have grown. Ah, shut up, this mushy, we'll overcome everything in our way. Talk always makes me want to bath. Keep your puke to yourself, X. Anyway, I think you people are all bark and no bite, but if you want to try and prove me wrong, be my guest. I'm interested to see what ending you and the other 3 and 9 will reach. Whether it's a happily ever after or one that leads straight to the grave. As for us, the life we led was filled with killing, and more killing. It wasn't a particularly good life nor a bad one. But now that it's over, I don't really know where we'll go from here. I haven't given our future much thought. The order? Then that's fine. For now, you can just kick back and relax and munch on the finest streets in the capital while we do our thing. Once the Oathbreaker's back, you're free to put in some 4SPG with me. I'd happily take him home. Only condition of the rowdy little punk is to chill the hell out. What? You think we'd give you a request? You must be totally blitzed if you think we'd do that. Hard pass. Actually, I may consider it if you tell me where to find some other good sweets. So you must be a regular here, the way you knew these were hidden menu items. Yep, I already had a taste of every dessert this place has to offer, secret or otherwise. Speaking of hidden menu items, I've got another one for you. The cheese foam frappe. It's rich in flavor with a depth of sweetness that'll keep you coming back for more. Try it next time if you haven't already, you won't regret it. Wow, you're definitely no poser. I'll keep your rack in mind. Can we wrap up the Sweet Tooth seminar and go already?
Very well.
What, you're still here? Sure, it'll be tough to pull a fast one with the sitters here, but keeping us on a leash won't change how things turn out. Somebody born from the darkness will stick out like a sore thumb in a world of light. Learning that isn't only a matter of time, but ain't no skin of my nose. Hate to break it to you, but darkness and light don't matter a bit. Extending a hand out from between them is what we brigands do. Or, generally speaking, blabbing away when I never even asked only shows how much you care inside. You really know how to rile a guy up. Now that I think about it, letting you wander around the capital is like turning a fox loose in a chicken coop. Anyone pushes me, I push back. But I got no interest in picking fights with weaklings. If Zin were around though, we'd already be at it. At least find a nice vacant lot away from the civvies before you duke it out. Ah, don't get your panties in a twist. I'll settle the score with him eventually. But it ain't gonna be today. That's funny, the immovable aside. You don't seem like the type to be so cautious about putting off grudge matches 12 years in the making. Oh yeah, and what do you know about it? Beyond the basics, not much, but I did spend over half a year in Longlai. Well, ain't that a happy coincidence? We can have you stand witness when our showdown finally happens. With every fiber of my being, hell no. I'm told that calamity has struck your place of work. Yeah, my baby on wheels got total. Won't be able to do any decent business for a while thanks to that. I remember my last visit there. It truly is a shame. Local grew a heart all of a sudden. A shame I wasn't there to see it burn to the ground, that is. I knew that'd be a catch. And though your office was reduced to cinders, the first floor was hardly damaged at all. That, darlings, is a mark of a professional. Why, it's almost artistic. That's a unique perspective, to put it kindly.
Just don't drink too much, okay?
Good job, see? I knew you could do it. What can I say? You taught me well. Yesterday's debacle blindsided us completely. But once we expect terrorists to infiltrate the raceway, it makes me ashamed to call myself a security guard. I've noticed Maxime isn't flirting with you anymore, Leslie. It's that obvious, huh? We were never a thing, though, so it's whatever. Believe it or not, I heard he's actually dropped the whole Playboy routine altogether. I guess it means I have to set my sights on Aslan instead. Really now, he seems a little too straight-laced to bite that apple. Well, what about you, Lil May? Anybody you're pining after? Not especially, but if I did, I'd want them to have eyes for me and me alone. Somebody from the pit crews could probably fit that bill better than anyway, so... Those anti-immigration fucks tampered with our vehicle yesterday. They left us none the wiser. Just makes me want to kick myself for letting it happen. Aslan's already moved on though, so I guess I can't stay sour about it forever. The whole team's gotta be in top form if we want to help Inget win this. I owe a great debt to the CID for saving my life at yesterday's race. The whole incident has caused nothing but trouble though, for Maxime, the fans, and so many others. I also regret not getting to settle my rivalry with Maxime on the track. Still, they said they'll be setting up for a rematch in the near future. I'm determined to polish my skills in the time leading up to it. That'll be my way of repaying everyone for their kindness. I could just sit around and do nothing, knowing my rematch against Maxime is on the horizon. Before I knew it, my feet had brought me to the Grand Circuit all on my own. For now, I check in with Rodney and the crew. I want to see what I can do to further polish my skills. Yeah, the friends of Maxime Lou, I'm correct? The speedway is closed today, but in this case, we can make an exception. Feel free to head in whenever you like. Already done. You again. Was our ill-fated encounter in Far but not enough? I could say the same, Daha. You only wish I'd chase a tail like a smitten little pup. Exactly what did you come here for today, anyhow? Or do I even need to ask? I have a thinking ceiling that our proposals are identical, save for your relations with Valis. Well, would you look at that? Both of us were thinking of investing in the same market. Would I kick him at? Indeed, especially since I presumed you would be fixated solely on Valis local commerce. As it currently stands, however, I wouldn't bat an eye if we came face to face in a business meeting. Just like old times, huh? Could be worse, I suppose. But make no mistake, I've got every intention of using you as a stepping stone when chips are down. Oh, that won't be enough to taunt me. If it's a challenge you want, it's a challenge you receive. The frequency with which we keep chancing upon one another has risen to a ludicrous degree. As a nobleman of Elsam, I won't suffer this cat's blatant disrespect for our Grand Prince. But perhaps this would be an opportune way to take our feud in a more constructive direction. Was he truly become foolish enough to invest in nothing more than Valis trade and mines? What an insult. But oh well, locking horns on the same field after all this time should be entertaining enough. So a final race has been laid to a later date. My dream of a miraculous Red Star victory lives on. I beg to differ. Aslan's going to clinch it for Inget this time around. As if Maxime would ever lose. Edward has us in the back, guaranteed.
Okay.
Those anti-immigration terrorists are totally out of control. I mean, come on, they ruined the Z1 Grand Prix all for a stupid cause? This is serious business here. One wrong step and we could have been toast. When everything went wrong at yesterday's race, my heart almost stopped on the spot. Good thing Aslan wasn't hurt, otherwise it would have shattered instead.
Welcome to the official Z1 time and enjoy your visit.
A tire script is proportional to the amount of surface area that comes into contact with the ground. That's why Z1 cars don't have any grooves. They only work on highly maintained racetracks though. You could never get that same level of performance on a public street.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Here at the Grand Circuit Gift Shop, you can
I made up
find
my
all
mind.
manner of
From now on,
official
I'm
C1
shelving my trains and
merchandise, while
collecting
viewing
model
displays
Z1
of the
cars
most
instead.
iconic
The
moments
guy in
in our
Beleva,
long
Lucy,
history.
he told me to trust my gut, so that's what I'm gonna do.
We even have rare items that were used in actual races.
It turns out working to earn your keep isn't so
Enjoy your
bad.
visit.
Race, ethnicity, social class, none of it makes a difference when it comes to good, honest labor. Perhaps I've had things all wrong this whole time.
You're free to look around. Come back whenever.
Oh, it's Elaine, the Aquat Solutions team. We heard about what happened. Yeah, who'd have thought that Kruger and Marduk would be starting fights in the capital? I mean, I guess I understand why it all went down, but Cleanout's been a real bitch. Well, thank you both for all your hard work. I'm sure you must have been busy with other things as well. Oh no, it was nothing really. Well, I'm no Albus, but we do what we have to, you know? Yeah, really, this is all my fault, huh? Allow me to offer my apologies as well. Hey, we know you two weren't really the ones behind it all. Plus, it's not like there were any civilian casualties either. Yeah, I have to say that part was pretty impressive. Not to say it wasn't still bad, but... Anyway, we've been doing some investigating around town as part of a cleanup effort, just to make sure we didn't miss anything strange. So try and rest easy tonight, okay? You'll probably need all the strength you can get tomorrow. I don't know how much rest we can manage with a fearsome foursome sitting outside. Well, they don't seem to be up to anything malicious. You can probably just leave them be.
Take your time and enjoy your visit.
Right? And thank you once again, Albus Regina. Yes, we really appreciate it. Of course, and if anything else comes up, feel free to give us a ring. Sucks what happened at the race yesterday. And since was here at the whole investigation on lockdown, we couldn't even do anything to help. You know, I just had a thought. Don't they usually sell limited edition souvenirs based on whoever wins the Grand Prix? I wonder what they do now. Oh, that's right, you're a big car guy too, aren't you? Were you rooting for Lino yesterday? But the problem? Look, I know he's not as big as he used to be, but when I was a kid there was this racer named Carlos.
So take your time and enjoy your visit.
We don't exactly have time for a trip down memory lane right now, Albus. Don't you want to check around the circle for some leads? Oh yeah, let's look by the Ferris wheel too. Good idea. No time to waste then. Would seem we have a pleasant evening ahead. Well, guess you all need a breather every once in a while. What's up? Why are you looking at me like that? Anyway, we'll take this from here, Elaine. You just make sure to rest up for tomorrow. Once I finish here, I should look over the requests we have on the back burner. Gotta do everything I can, that includes looking back at what happened today. Your 40s are on high alert at the moment. Can't say I blame them given what happened today. We've been keeping an eye out for suspicious characters too, of course. We haven't really spotted any on our usual patrol routes. That's why we came here instead. After all, there's a lot of places to hide at the Grand Circuit, like the Ferris wheel or behind the rock wall. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like me and Albus have been flirting a lot tonight. No, just being a good co-worker. It's not that deep, Regina. I don't think I've ever seen us look so conflicted before. Don't worry, I'm sure she's just fine.
While viewing displays of the most iconic moments in our long history.
Very sly of you, Moon, getting our fathers to accidentally run into one another like this. And now we get to have a moment together too. Elsem provides funding for the Z1, so it only makes sense that Valis would take note of it as well. And that's just one of the many business ventures I can see our fathers having a shared interest in. It isn't hard to imagine what we can lead them into with a few shoves in the right direction. I knew I was right to put my faith in you, Moon. But that, who could have guessed our fathers were friendly rivals when they were younger? It came as a shock for me too. The important thing is that we can use it to our advantage. Harkening back to the mutual zeal they stoked in the past should make them a little more flexible. It's all uphill from here though. Our fathers will only come around if both sides stand to gain. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen eventually as long as we work together. We just have to keep at it one step at a time. I'm right there with you. Then maybe someday we get to be with each other for real.
Alrighty.
I never imagined we could have so much sway over our family's affairs. Still, as much as I also want to do something about our father's squabbling, Moon seems particularly invested in it. Perhaps there's a hidden motivation for that? For now, we just have to scare our fathers toward having a change of heart. Maybe then I can lay the groundwork for me and Kalia to be together someday. That sounds like a deep crush you have. Yesterday was a grim reminder of how dangerous the Zenith 1 can be. It didn't seem to frighten my grandson much, but I'm getting second thoughts about supporting his dream of becoming a racer. Race car drivers are so cool, they put their lives on the line every day they're on the track. Every second they're on the track. Can't wait to be one. Then I get to feel the rush of an all-out deathmatch too. I highly recommend going on the Ferris wheel after dark. Seeing Edith's nightscape sprawl out beneath you is just beautiful. It's odd though, but same scenery feels a lot more depressing when I'm riding alone on the clock. I missed someone among the racers? Ah, Juniper. You know, we never did get to settle the score with Lucy and his crew. My Kabul just got pretty sweet tune-up, so I just might ask him for a rematch. When I have that and that one Grand Prix to look forward to.
Let's roll, gang.
I was trying to figure out how to occupy myself during our on-tour free time.
One of Edith's major landmarks.
That's when I noticed the live stage performance they've got on today.
You'll also find
I can feel it soothing my soul from all the way over here. I'll go take a peek up close.
Visit the new Liberal boutique.
In exchange for teaching my mom how to use the Orbital net, she lets me play games on the T-phone. Honestly, it's way more interesting than I thought it would be. Hope I can have my own someday.
They have everything from the
Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing that my son knows the T-phone better than I do. He's been able to tell me all sorts of things though, like how to access different recipe sites, how to call my friends. Oh, and today I was even able to save some mirror by shopping on a store I found on the net.
Alrighty.
Welcome.
A lot of places are selling T-phone accessories now. Apparently all kinds of industries want in on the market. I suppose it's only because everyone's so confident about the T-phone's future. As an employee of a event company, I couldn't be more pleased.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
So you finished making the rounds apologizing to everyone? Mm-hmm. Well, I think you're the one I should be saying sorry to the most, kinda. We lived together, but I never bothered to ask you for help.
Hope you'll have a fabulous time.
It's alright, Lashka. I get how you feel, loud and clear. Now pick yourself up and turn that gloomy mood around. If Annie were here, she'd tease you rotten about it. Yeah, you're probably right, kinda. I've got to start looking forward. Not just for her, but for Ken and the others too. Kinda's right. Annie would probably crack a joke about it, who I am, and what I did with a real Lashka. I gotta start looking forward, not just for her, but for Kent and all the other Krail villagers too.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Lashka seems to have finally calmed down a bit. Now we just have to keep pushing forward for Annie and everyone else.
Various shops to peruse. What'll you have? Come again. Visit the new Liberal
So that's the famous Lashka, is it? Kinda mentioned him a few times. Honestly, looking at them like this, I could almost mistake them for siblings. It's nice to see they're so comfortable with one another. I think those two are carrying on their shoulders though, it's hard to imagine. Well, as a manager, I do everything I can to make things easier for them.
Well,
I wanted to stop by the Vern store to ask about additional T-phone plans today. We have all sorts to choose from, whether it's based on how much calling you do, or how often you use the Orbital net, and what features you use most. When I bought my own, the clerk suggested I get the basic plan just to try things out. But the T-phone's an essential part of my life already, I need a plan that better suits me.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Ginny and his colleague. Well, that sure was a lot of fun.
Fabulous time.
By the way, you're looking pretty good today, Jimmy. I was kind of surprised. Wait, really? Talk about a confidence boost. Wait, would you want me to go out again sometime? Of course. Oh man, I've got to tell Najib. Okay, well, when do we call it a night here then? Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, Jimmy.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
Michi's holding an event over at the department store on Station Street right now. It started early in the morning though, so they're probably wrapping us up at this point. Wanted to go so badly too. Why couldn't they have done it on one of my days off?
Drop by the Vern store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the
We've been planning to hold an event to introduce the constellations in preparation for summer. In all of the public, Trion Tower is the one place that's closest to the sky. The event's sure to make for a wonderful experience. The materials aren't ready quite yet, but I can't help being excited for it. Honestly, it's had me looking at the stars more often.
Please relax and enjoy the heavenly view.
Hey Nina, you're here all by yourself? Oh, hello everyone. Yes, I am. Judith already knows, considering we live in the same building, but my apartment's actually pretty close to Trion Tower. That's why I come out here to take breaks sometimes. It makes for a nice change of scenery. Plus there's some things you don't notice when you're on everyone else's level. Such as the city's lights below us. Every single one is a testimony to someone else's existence. Just look at how many people there are. The city truly is wonderful, don't you think? And yet it's steeped in so much sin. Nina?
The sun is setting on Edith for the day.
That was awfully strange. Hey, is everything okay? Sounding pretty sentimental tonight. Oh, I'm sure she's just stuck in method acting mode. It can be kind of hard to leave a character when you're deep. Right, Nina? Yes, I apologize, I hadn't meant to worry you. Oh, but never mind me. I was so scared for you all after seeing the news this morning. Well, at least everyone seems to have made it out alright. I'm so relieved. Please try and be more cautious in the future. Sorry, I didn't think you'd be so worried for us. I would have contacted you earlier, but we never really got the chance, so yeah, sorry. Anyway, I'm so glad to see you working so hard. Just make sure not to push yourself, alright? Of course. Thank you for your concern, Judith. Considering it ended in me getting to see you all, I'd say tonight's trip to the observation deck was well worth it. Everyone, I know you're very brave and resourceful, but promise me you take care of yourselves, okay? Yeah, we promise, alright? You're such a worrywart sometimes.
Please relax and enjoy the heavenly view.
Some kid dropped his juice in front of our stall earlier. He went over to the binoculars, so I figured I'd give him another one. But these hides are killer, man. Alright, calm down. You can do this, Dennis.
Hi there. Come again.
What a beautiful night.
Ah, sorry to keep you waiting, Julieta. I totally lost track of time while I was shopping. It's fine, I'm used to it at this point. Besides, I like spending time on the observation deck. Are you thinking up some more stories for your picture book? Yep, today was about a country girl who had a fatal encounter with a handsome prince in a big city. Ah, but very romantic. You'll have to tell me all about it when we get home. Sure thing, yay! For some reason my imagination runs especially wild when I'm here on the observation deck. Mommy and my friends at Sunday school really like it when I tell them all the stories I've come up with. That's probably why I like making picture books so much. My daughter's so creative. I'm not sure where she gets it from, but you sure won't find me complaining. She's a rare gift, and I want to help her try and develop it as much as I can. Oh dear, it's getting awfully late, isn't it? We need to get home so we can make dinner. My little girl must be starving. I'm gonna whip up something extra nice just for her.
The sun is setting on Edith for the day, but the observation deck will remain. Their Eastern tea is quite nice.
That's quite the show.
So I'll keep waiting forever. Singing probably. So I keep waiting forever, no matter how long it takes. I keep searching for you. Thank you, Trion Mall. You're a wonderful audience. But Chaz, the singer-songwriter, he's throwing in a bigger crowd than usual. Yeah, word on the streets that he found his big break after moving to Crawlspell. It's nice seeing a former Old Towner make a name for himself. I have to keep an eye on his career. Many businesses settle their yearly account at the end of March. A great deal of people will try to buy up stocks before then to rake in dividends and shareholder incentives. So from a shareholder perspective, now might be the ideal time to sell stocks in companies that offer those types of benefits.
A movie theater, boutiques, and other
Oh, well, today's the day. Going to walk through those stores and buy up every last limited edition spring tartan stock. I know precisely what you're thinking. Buying all those sweets is pure self-indulgence, not to mention selfish. But I don't care. My whole life has been leading to this very moment, so please, don't try to stop me. Who said we would? And I thought Van was a sweets fanatic.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
It's a surprise to hear from you. In a good way, of course. I could be more thrilled. There's no telling yet how much of a difference I can make as a Republican statesman, but I hope I can still count on your support, in spite of all the burdens I placed on you. It's alright, Father. I'm not upset about that, and Eva's mother. If anything, you're the one who showed me how to protect what matters most. Whatever you do from here, I'll be right there behind you. Thank you, sweetheart. Just you saying that is enough to keep me going. I'll be rooting for you as well as you make your debut in Crossbreed's political scene. I appreciate that. Naturally, there's still plenty of rungs left before I finish climbing this ladder. But when I do, I'll be as a broad-minded, free-thinking politician you can be proud of.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Right. I just know you go far, Ellie. Give Donna and her father my regards too, won't you?
You'll also find the Vern store.
I really am glad you called, by the way. It was just what I needed after stepping out of today's debate. I love you, sweetheart. You're a better daughter than I deserve.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year, to sample a range of imported...
Lulu and her partner are putting on a special performance tonight over at the concert hall. I have an engagement with my social dance group, however, so I'm not sure I'll be able to attend. I figured the least I can do is buy them some sweet treats to make up for it. That brings me to my next problem. I know what Lulu likes best, but Sailor's a different story. It won't be long now before spring arrives. This year we plan to get into the spirit of offering a bevy of limited time sweets exclusive to the season. What's more, the confection our store proposed was so well received that headquarters is working to add it to our line of merchandise. Imagine how the final product will look on shelves as we giddy with anticipation.
Hello there.
Macarons.
Thank
Recipe.
you.
I did a great deal of shopping at the department store and the mall. I'm rather tired from all this walking around. If it's nothing a sweet delicious cake from Quincy Parlor can't fix. I know it's nearly time for dinner, but I make it my policy to eat sweets whenever I feel the need.
They have everything from the latest ZCF products to expensive wines, and even acerbic tomatoes.
It's no surprise that President Grammart still came out on top in the end. But in my view, Senator Ryan still made an adequate showing, enough to serve as a stepping stone toward the next election at least. What are your thoughts? I'd have to agree. He provided some very practical views on international cooperation. It definitely bears considering, especially as Calvert's influence continues to expand beyond its borders. Perhaps this will serve as a call to action for the public to consider the course of our nation. I feel very much the same. And while he may not speak for the Republican Party as a whole, the way he cut straight to the heart of the matter was something to behold. This will likely lead to increased support for Senator Ryan's stances among our younger and mid-career colleagues. And that in turn could give him a window to break away from the more fringe elements of the party. We at the Tyrell Times will certainly have to keep a close watch on him. Speaking of Senator Ryan, he's been away for quite a while now. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. A call came in from a relative of his while you were away, so he stepped outside to take it. Most likely it's going on longer than expected. The two were estranged for some time, as I understand it. I see. It must be the cost-balance side of the family.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the
Understood. I'll go ahead and get those documents revised. Right. Goodbye. Damn it, I'm supposed to be off o'clock, yet here they are, saddling me with overtime. Or whatever, I was planning to spend my evening analyzing the nightly stock prices movements anyway. May as well breeze through this work while I'm at it. Oh yeah, tonight we celebrate. The ad concert I submitted this morning made it past the revision phase, and about time too. For whatever reason I had it in my head that modern designs were all about pizzazz, but that wasn't my only piece of the puzzle. The reparation bubbles sent every industry into full throttle, so for several years the marketplace was absolutely flooded with information. As a result, high-impact advertisements were packed with promotional text were extra effective. Once I understood the context behind that trend, the trick to making a sleek, stylish design finally hit me. Am I a genius or what? My confidence is back and here to stay.
Opened this year to sample a range of imported goods from the liberal
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
I will be writing a letter to the mayor later today. I have to report the latest happenings in this country. Opening this boutique was her idea, and given our modest success, I think we've proven there is a demand for Liberalian goods here. We may consider opening another store in the Republic, or perhaps we set up a consignment shop. I'm quite pleased with this little venture of ours. Being able to share a few pieces of Liberal with the rest of the world has made me very happy.
All our products are shipped directly from Liberal. Please come again.
The Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Alright, I'd better start preparing for tomorrow. I have a lot of new products in stock, so I need to update our website.
New commodity, the T-phone.
Only forgot one of our long-time customers finally went out on a date today. I have to ask him how it went next time I see him.
Mobile technology that's lighting Calvert on fire. You won't want to miss it.
About that new personal styling service I thought up the other day? Making it a reality necessitates an involvement in cosmetics and other industry, none of which we have the know-how for. And building up that expertise from square one would take a massive investment of both money and time. In which case I should revise my proposal draft to center around forming partnerships with existing companies.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Just you wait until headquarters hears about this.
One of Edith's
I'm about to revolutionize the industry a second time.
Anything of interest?
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
A choker for
I hope you
Catra?
found everything
Drop
to
by
your
the Vern
liking.
store if you want to check out the
All
hottest
right.
new commodity, the T-phone. It's a cutting-edge piece.
I always get the munchies whenever I come from these late night showings. My stomach likes to wait until the movie goes dead silent before it starts rumbling though.
Thank you for your visit.
Maybe I should grab a light snack or something for dinner before showtime.
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
Usually on this time of night we get a lot of customers who feel like they need to see a movie on the whim. Although some of them do seem to be film connoisseurs as well. I guess they like the idea of watching movies in a quiet half-empty theater. If I can blame them, it really amps up the atmosphere.
We
Step
have
right
merchandise
up.
for the movie on sale at the shop. Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Nah. Okay, that leaves Station Street?
Off we go!
That's just a rumor, right?
What a disgrace! Is this kid a newbie or something? Just between us, it'll be the first time for a few of them. But don't worry, we've made sure to train them well. Oh, now you have my interest. Pleasure doing business. Make sure to set you up with a good aphrodisiac too. A solicitor from the Blacklight District. Surprised we've come this far into the city. This is clearly against the rules. Anyway, we should keep going. I'm actually pretty used to the Blacklight District dealings now.
Let's see. I need to buy.
I invited Beth to my house the other day. I listened to all her worries and even gave her a few lessons on housekeeping. That girl, I hope she finds some way to fill the hole in her heart. All her life she thought that being married to someone wealthy was what led to true happiness. But I've made sure to tell her that happiness is found in many aspects of life, not just marriage. I only hope she listens.
We hope you enjoy
I
shopping
said all
with
those
us.
things last year in hopes that I would drive her away. But I've learned I need to face my issues head on. I just hope she understands now. I heard there was a fire at Montmartre. I was so worried. I dine there so often after all. And that's not to mention how many children are in the area.
Let me know if you need anything. Please come back anytime.
Ah, never thought my sister could be so
Ladies and
sentimental.
gentlemen, your attention,
Shao Ling
please.
send you something? Yeah, in the past all the letters I ever talked about was whether I was
If you
ready
need
to
fresh
give up my
vegetables
job
and
yet so I could
ingredients
come
that
back to the
directly
Gecker
sourced from
school.
farmers, look no
This one is different. She wanted me to know that as long as I show passion for the path I'm on, she's willing to accept my choices.
We invite everyone to come and
But
see
think
for
about it, did she
yourselves.
really say that? Maybe I read it wrong? Makes sense to me, you know, Langport might be slow to change its ways sometimes, but it's never been immune to progress. I'm sure plenty of people back home are realizing they need to start adjusting their beliefs a little. Still, to have not only my father but my stubborn little sister express their acceptance of me, it feels like I'm living in a parallel world. Maybe something about her bracer job changed her mind? Isn't that what you always wanted though? I mean, not that you need to worry about others accepting your choices, but this is exactly what you've been waiting for. Well, anyway, I'm glad for you. If you ever need any help, feel free to give us a shout. Thank you, Van. Honestly, the whole ordeal has given me a good chance to reflect on my path in life. It's gonna be a way to get the best of both worlds, right? But don't worry, I'll be holding down my pharmacy for a while yet. Guess I should be getting back to work, huh? Care to clear our shelves before you leave?
What can I get for you today? Please come back soon.
Oh, you're here. Heard you guys had something big happen with Marduk and the Kruger. You know, I thought Marduk had been making some strange moves lately, and there was rumors about the Kruger in the Blacklight District. But I think two of your assistants would be involved. Is everyone alright? I suppose it only makes sense that Miss Sylvie is aware of the situation. Allow me to take full... No, my inexperience is to blame, so... No, I pledge to do my very best in helping Van and everyone else. Sounds like the two are trying to find ways to cope with the situation. But think of it this way, both of you managed to overcome the problem in the end, right? That sounds like some pretty serious strength to me. You should be proud of yourself. Miss Sylvie, I just keep remembering how helpless it made me feel. Like Sylvie said, learning to cope with the situation might take a little time. I know this is a horrible thing to experience, but everyone made it out in one piece, and you're stronger for it. Exactly, and who knows, maybe even be able to turn that strength into your own weapon. A weapon you can use to fight for peace and justice. I suppose you're right, thank you, Miss Sylvie. I'll use what I've learned to my advantage. Yeah, I guess the only way to go from here is up, huh?
If you need something custom made, I got you covered.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. On the roof of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded by greenery. Should you need a break from your shopping, you are more than welcome to relax there. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. If you need fresh vegetables and ingredients that are directly sourced from farmers, look no further than Holden Groceries.
You better take good care of it.
Everyone to come and see for yourselves.
I didn't think Margaret would be so affected by what we talked about. I suppose it only makes sense. Would money and a husband be enough to fix all my problems? I feel like I've really had my eyes opened. I think that talk with Margaret made me realize I was just feeling lonely. I mean, I don't really have any friends, and the reason I tried to get dressed up all the time is so that I could get men to talk to me. She was right, maybe I do need help. Anyway, now I know that money and status aren't the key factors in a healthy marriage. I have to remember that from now on.
What would you? I'll get more good stuff.
You will find a rest area surrounded
Anyway,
by
I
greenery.
recognize that you guys have been through a lot. Honestly, the fact that you managed to get through it at all is pretty impressive. It's been an honor doing the work for you guys. If you ever find yourself in need of some help, feel free to stop by. I'm all ears. I believe it's about time for the end of the school semester, correct? We have a fair number of parents stop in to purchase graduation robes recently. Thankfully, we managed to arrange uniforms for the new semester ahead of time. The feeling will be rather busy in the near future.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Please stop by again!
Welcome to Weston Department Store's first ever Mishi show. The scale may be a bit small, but the turnout's been spectacular so far. We've received rave reviews for the performance too. With this success, I believe we've proven ourselves quite capable of using an opponent's efforts to our advantage. This event has helped lay the foundation for our future. I admit I was a bit hesitant to use a mascot so closely associated with one of our rivals, but the Trion Mall has no such qualms when it comes to snatching up brands. If they think it will be of use to them, they'll have it. In order for us to gain the same amount of reach, we had to do the same. We have no chance of opposing them otherwise. How could this be? I managed to get into the event today to hug Michi, but I was even softer than I imagined. I was like hugging an expensive luxury carpet. I've got to add this to my list of Michi's best features. Oh, he's so perfect. Can't believe I got Michi to show up. The Trion Mall practically had a stranglehold on him. At this rate, our rooftop could be turning into quite the event venue. The Michi show ended just a little while ago. Make sure to join us next time. Good evening, everyone. Did you come all this way just to see me? Well, not exactly. I didn't think we'd see you around this late. Guessing your event went a little long? It seems you're right to come to the rooftop. I'm glad to see you, Michi. I'm glad too. Well, I'd love to talk more with you all, but I really do need to be going. I mean, my energy has its limits, you know. Anyway, it's time I return to Mission Wonderland. Alright, good job today, Michi. Thank you. See you next time. I'm sorry, everyone, but it's time for me to say bye-bye. Even Michi needs his rest. Look, the net news just updated. After a full examination, Aslan has been determined to have sustained 0 career-threatening injuries. For real? I'm so glad. That accident looked so scary. Wait, but what about his face? Any scars? All minor lesions will see a full recovery. Thank the goddess. Yeah, seriously, if anything were to happen to that beautiful face of his, it might just put me into a coma. No way, they finally gave me an offer? Oh man, these past 15 hours were stressful as all get out. Well, at least it's over now. I can finally say I got the job before I graduated. But did we have to be a public transportation company? This feels like a cruel twist of fate. Oh well, I'm sure I'll be fine, right? Because he always uses the wrong bus and something? Luca's here as well. Oh, isn't this... The paperwork detailing the legacy should be finished by now. We'll have to keep an eye out for any Almata related fallout. Also, I've written a brief report on information I found about the True Grievance Brigade. Please take a look when you can. There's a lot of work, Luca, and you did it all so quickly too. Good job. I guess you really were the right choice for handling Horatio. Oh, come on, Grandfather. I'm sure you know plenty of people more skilled than I am. Well, even if I did, I'm still glad I left it to you. I doubt anyone else could have handled the death game so well. Keep it up, Luca. Understood, and Grandfather, please try not to overdo it here in the capital. She's a receptionist from the guild's Horatio branch. Wonder why she came to Edith. Yes, she's Hazel's granddaughter as well. She's phenomenal at her job. The only reason there aren't more problems in Horatio is because of all her hard work. So much happened in Horatio last year, I'm glad things aren't that crazy anymore. Oh, Elaine, I see you brought that crew of fixers along too. Thanks again for all your help in Horatio. I still can't help feeling regretful over the loss of Eventful. But the others of our branch are making sure to carry on his legacy. I suppose I should too. It's my part in making recompense for his death. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure of what your circumstances are at the moment, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Actually, we kind of have a thorny situation on our hands. Yes, in the age of the Horatio branch, it's possible we could acquire information that would otherwise be unavailable to us. We're counting on you, Luca. Of course, I'm not sure it will be of much help, but I'll cooperate to the best of my ability. Luca, huh? Reminds me of Messeldam. Talk about an unpleasant surprise. I imagine the fact that X chose to go by that name as well was just a coincidence. I try to help as much as I can. Be sure to take care of yourself in the meantime. And try not to get into too much trouble before hearing back from us, alright? Heard you guys got into some trouble today. And now you've got Elaine, Ren, and even the Divine Blade of Silver backing up, huh? Per garden master, we should probably start planning how to deal with him as soon as Zin makes it back.
Well,
Zin is missing? Or gun at least? That's why I'd like to do another tour of the guild branches. Sounds like I have your mind made up then. So Grey Arnold, what is it that you strive for? That's a question I asked me when I first joined. I strive to become stronger. Strong enough to defeat all the injustice I see around me. I want to have the strength to protect. And I strive to become a real bracer. Just like my sister. Alright, once you succeed, I'll be here waiting for you. Thank you very much, Lahat. Hey, I heard about what happened to you guys. That must have been pretty rough, huh? The others made it sound like the scene was really bad. I'm glad there weren't any casualties though. Not that I want to talk, but make sure you're careful going forward, alright? I finally lifted some of the restrictions I've been under. Got permission to do a tour of some of the guild branches too. I had to show my seniors that all the effort they put into training me hasn't gone to waste. I will show them results. Just between you and me, I saw Great Sister pretty often back when I was training in Le Mans. She was the best bracer out of all of us. I still have a lot of respect for her. But if he wants to follow in her footsteps, he'll have to work hard for it. Anyway, today was kind of a lot to deal with, don't you think? And after I just got back from my business trip too. The guild needs to come up with a plan on what to do tomorrow though. So don't feel like it's all on your shoulders, alright? Got it. Yes, we'll be preparing a counter-offensive. They must have an opening somewhere. Right, we'll be counting on you guys. But still, actually, maybe now's not the best time anyway. There's something I needed to talk to Zin about, but it's looking like he left already. Well, I guess it's fine. Just have to tell him when he gets back. So next one is Zin? Maybe? Carlos been a bit paranoid about Ilhan leaving lately. He was worried about him becoming too focused on his new venture. But I guess there really was no need for concern. What a relief. Vayota is only at its best when they work together after all. I guess I was just jumping to conclusions, huh? I had a talk with Elon recently about that mobile payment service of his. Not only was he not planning on leaving IOTA, but he's apparently already finished with the more taxing parts of the project. So now can you relax and focus on being a barista? At least that's what he told me. I should have known. I mean, that's just the kind of guy Elon is. One who never throws in the towel.
very well.
Elon never changes, huh? He might start projects on a bit of a whim, but you can always be sure he'll throw it to the end. Guess he really is a genius. As long as you continue working together, I have no reason to complain.
I can handle any maintenance. Hope to see you again.
Carlos said he wanted me to rethink my new venture. You see, so I might start neglecting IOTA if I go further. Today was splendid, Olivia. Who knew the capital could be so interesting? See, I told you it's nice to experience new things. Yes, you were right. Perhaps I should consider moving to Edith as well. I'm not sure if that would be a blessing or a curse. Either way, you two really are alike. I wonder, it should be fine for me to enjoy myself as well, right? I suppose I was right to trust my wife. All those things missing from us in high society, she managed to find them here. Yes, our life in the capital should go swimmingly. Now I can enjoy myself to the fullest. I'm so glad my husband understands. He may look rather stern at times, but he's actually quite simple to please. Of course, my experience as his wife has given me a leg up on the matter.
Please, at least consider my offer.
Professor Hamilton's presentation was truly remarkable. She offered such succinct analysis of so many dynamic viewpoints. It was simply phenomenal. Interestingly enough, the topic she spoke on may actually help me write my paper as well. I mean to submit it to this year's essay rating competition. The theme is social sustainability. Having Professor Hamilton's insight along with my own knowledge of urban engineering, this paper might actually end up defining my academic career.
Well...
Alright, the report for the seminars is complete. I can get started on my own work. Thankfully my T-phone should allow me to lighten up my workload for next year. Maybe now I have enough time to start entering the competition annually. So all the listening devices in your room should be gone now. Hopefully you won't have any more trouble with the stalkers in the future. Right, thank you. You know, I'm really sorry about today. Can't imagine I'm someone you want to be talking to right now. I should just take my leave. Stay safe. Wait. Back when we were dating, something felt off, but I never actually had any proof. I didn't really feel like I could depend on you, so I just never said anything. I see. But you were the one that caught my stalker, right? Your passion for your job might have led to you blowing me off on dates a few times, but I respect the fact that you're so dedicated. What I'm trying to say is, thank you. Of course. Kind of feels like we shouldn't butt in. Yeah, let's leave them be for now. Seriously, if anything else is bothering, just let me know. It's a policeman's duty to help, you know? Thanks, you're doing good work, Nate. I guess it makes sense that you're so busy all the time. Oh, really? Your mom sounds so nice, Mina. Yep, Mommy makes always sure I'm happy. Wait, what's your mommy like? I see my mom's...
Well...
And can you believe I knew the answer today? Hey, you're starting Sonos for real next month, right? I think we're going to be learning some new stuff soon. Yep, Mommy told me the same thing. Wow, it's like your mom knows everything, Mina. I can't believe it. Did Mina actually make a friend at Sunday school? I think this might be the first friend she's ever had. Is this why she's been okay with going to school all by herself lately? Oh, my little mummy's girl, all grown up. Oh, I'd be so lonely without her. Well, all that matters is that she's happy, and hopefully this means she'll be ready to go to Sunday school full-time next month. Oh, just the thought is making me sad. Is it Mina that has separation anxiety or me? So I wanted to talk about the school festival. Man, tell me, what can the worst student council president in Aramis history do for you? Isn't the ever-talented Miss Bright supposed to be in charge this year? Why aren't you asking her? Well, Ren's definitely talented, but she can't be everywhere at once, you know? Plus, we don't really think you're the worst student council president in Aramis history either. I understand that you're still feeling hurt by what Ren did in the past, but she only had that opportunity because she was an exchange student. And anyway, you were the reason last year's festival was so successful. You put so much work into it all. So you came here to make me cry, is that it? If not, I suggest you stop there. Any more of the waterworks are bound to start. I'm assuming you mean to ask me about last year's sponsors? Oh yeah, got a new one. There's some other companies you like to ask for support, but... No problem on Station Street today. I do my best to protect the peace tomorrow too. Honestly, the Bracelet is probably the biggest deterrent for crime around here. It's likely more effective than our patrols. Makes it pretty easy to supervise the area though. Anyway, people like Jacobin are definitely not the norm around here.
I wonder if business will be better this year.
I wonder if they let me go on any business trips with this promotion. I mean, a salary increase is nice and all, but what I really want to do is more traveling. I wonder if it's too late to decline.
Let's roll, gang.
Honestly, Kirk, I come to see you after finishing up my shift and there you are gloating away. There's nothing wrong with celebrating a victory, but there's no reason to trash talk the other side. I have to admit though, I'm impressed at how good you've gotten at basketball. Drop it already, would you? I wasn't even rubbing it in that hard. I can't believe she got the jump on me. And on my way back from our match against the Tyrell crew too. Still too cool to listen to her sister, huh? Forget it then. That's not what I came to talk about. Are you busy on the 12th next month? There's somewhere I wanted to take you. Sorry Lucia, but I've already booked for that day. My team is counting on me, you know? I can't just pay on them. I see, that's too bad. I was really hoping I could stir up some motivation in you. Maybe I should just go by myself. That way I can at least tell him about it. I get that Lucia and my dad are just trying to look out for me. But I've already thought things through. If I keep butting in, they'll throw me off my game. Really thought this could be a good opportunity for Kirk, but oh well. Still, he's definitely mellowed out. It's not like this is the last chance he'll ever get. Maybe just take a step back and let him grow up at his own pace.
And of how a young band of soldiers managed to survive.
Please step on up.
You turned down a promotion? Why would you do such a thing? Well, it was a pretty high-paced job they were offering. I'd be establishing trade routes halfway across the continent. I figured maybe my leaving wouldn't be so harsh on you two if I could take you back to our homeland. But then you mentioned how you've gotten used to life in the Republic, so I thought it might be nice to spend time with my family instead. Darling, you did that for us? But does that mean you'll be at a standstill in your company? I'm sure there will be plenty of more opportunities in the future, don't worry. But when it comes to time for family, I'll never let the chances pass me by again. So, would you be willing to stay in the Republic with me? Of course, my love. Was there ever any doubt? Yay, I love spending time with you, Papa. Now the Republic will be even more fun. Who would have thought they'd be so happy about me turning down a promotion? I'm glad I did though. If the two of them really have gotten used to life here, then maybe our good old days as a family aren't far behind. We're all gonna live together from now on, just like we did in Elsheim. Maybe now my daddy can take me to go see all the cool places there in Calvert. I worried that I wouldn't be able to acclimate to the Republic back when we first moved. But eventually I managed to settle in. Better yet, my husband will finally be living under the same roof with us again. Perhaps we have Arusha to thank for keeping our family together.
I think the new flavor they added is super good.
April is almost upon us. The season of chance encounters and tearful goodbyes. Some students graduate while others are freshly enrolled. The very tugs at the heartstrings. This time of year always reminds me of the value there is in interacting with those who visit my cafe. How much comfort have I been able to provide to those setting off on a new journey? How much will I be able to provide to those who have come to start one? My thoughts inevitably turn to such questions. When you run a cafe as long as I have, you can't help but develop a parental affection for the students and other regulars who stop by. I look after and support them in the best way I can, by pouring my heart into granting them a moment of repose. I'm sure each of my predecessors cared for the customers of their days and ages in much the same way.
On an all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford. Golden Calamity. In theater.
Hey Agnes! Hi, sorry I couldn't accept your invite. I know this get-together was supposed to double as a school festival meeting. I see the girls split off into their own group. Well, duh. Some things you just can't talk about when there are boys around. Thelma's really on the loop when it comes to this kind of dirt. Dirt on what exactly? There, Hezzy girlie. You'll catch up in no time. Anyway, everyone's finally settled on what direction we're taking for their school festival events. I know it can be easy to balance all this stuff with your part-time job, but the final stretch is coming up, and we're gonna need all hands on deck to get through. Right, I won't let you down. Between my indie movie and helping the student council, I've got a ton going on. But the light at the end of the tunnel is finally in sight. So tonight I'm gonna eat, drink, and chat it up. Then catch a late screening for the cherry on top.
And of how a young band of soldiers
You always got energy to spare, Signon.
now play.
Glad to hear I've got the student council's permission to go nosing around in people's business now. But don't worry, I promise I'll stick to making time to ask Aria for advice tonight. This is going to be so much fun. I was so sure the student festival would be out of my element back when Thelma convinced me to volunteer. Turned out to be a great experience though. I feel so accomplished already and the event isn't even here yet. There's still a lot left to hash out, but I won't stress as long as we know we're going with this. The final stretch is coming up, so make sure to get some rest when you can, Agnes. Thanks for that, I try. Hey, Agnes. Hello, Albert. I see the boys split off into their own group. Hey, nothing wrong with spending some quality time with the guys once in a while, right? It's what being a teenager is about, after all. What they said. Eating alone is fine, but having company doesn't make a food taste better. Chew or speak, Edmund. Pick one. Sorry about that. I'll catch you up on anything else we discuss later. You just focus on your part-time job for now. I will. Thank you, Albert. Gotta say, though, Julian is a man. What he did yesterday will stick with me for the rest of my life. I mean, come on, working with a CID to capture a terrorist cell with that one Grand Prix? It's straight up wild. Even I almost started getting hard eyes for him. Lyle is right of it. All work and no play, as they say. It's a good opportunity for us boys to bond more. I'm part of an event we're holding at the cafeteria. I've racked up a lot of experience doing food crowds, so I guess I draw from that for the finishing touches. I came to see what Kageyoshi was meowing about. What should I find but an arrest in progress? What's more, the man they cuffed is a con artist the police had on their wanted list for ages now. Can't believe I just caught him. How did it even happen? Wait, don't tell me. Did you sense this coming all along? Oh, Kageyoshi, I knew you'd come through. Don't suppose this little guy really does have a sixth sense, do you? Maybe I should start putting him to use then. I mean, there's only so much excitement pouring over pages can bring me.
An all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford. Golden Calamity. In theaters now.
I can't speak for anyone else, but it's my belief that the performing arts will diversify quite a bit moving forward. Both the models I work with and other forms of entertainment, such as idols, are sure to grow in fame and popularity. The question then is how to find the unpolished gems among the masses. That will require us to view people from a variety of angles, more so than we already do. Perhaps it's time I found some new inspiration and broadened my aesthetic perspective.
We embarked on a journey to reclaim what was rightfully ours.
Better get home soon.
The saga of Ravana.
Damn it, if only police went here! Well done, officers. Can't believe you managed to nab the guy without any backup. I mean, the guy completely changed his appearance too. None of the new details are even out yet. You guys are role models for sure. Anyway, you two go on ahead. We should be okay to deal with the rest, alright? It was sort of an accident though. Of course, we are always on the lookout, but... No way can I tell him the truth. I mean, who would have thought the suspect would be some guy at a matchmaking party? Oh, don't be so modest, Karen. She's always been adept at using her observational skills. Got a pretty good memory, too. You probably recognize this guy from an old Wonder poster or something. Don't worry, I won't tell them you were focusing so hard on their faces because you wanted to know who was more handsome. Nancy, please. This group blind date was supposed to help me mentally reset, but what I got instead was a heroic escapade. Now my brain's stuck in work mode again. Wouldn't you be surprised if it drove off all those hot guys too? And the way Karen scrunches her face up before pouncing on that con artist was priceless. She was like a woman possessed. I haven't seen her like that in a long while. Too bad it scared most of the boys at the party out of their wits. I did hear somebody whisper about how cool she was though. Wonder if Karen picked up on that. Hold up. Do you see that hunk getting arrested over there? That's the same guy who's been making bedroom eyes with me lately. It has to be. I've heard him calling me a scammer, but no way. Was he marking me as his next target? This fling was dead out of the gate.
I've got some delicious ice.
Guess what? My new spring medley is selling even better than winter combo did. Talk about the fruit of one's labors, huh? Just goes to show how popular seasonal ice creams can be. Obviously I have to make summer and autumn ones to finish with that, but tackling other themes would be fun too.
I hear that new movie is out of this world.
It sounds like the political debate paid off in spades for Marielle. This is a field she's always been dying to cover, so her excitement was full to bursting before the event even started. But there was nothing compared to afterwards. You should have seen how eager she was to start on her article. Thought it'll make for a great read. I can hardly wait to see it. Speaking of Marielle, she was out having a meal with an NGO member nearby. The environmental symposium was held at the same time as the debate, so she wanted to ask about it in order to add a variety of perspectives to her article. She's really coming to her own, huh? Dingo would be proud, I bet.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures as the curtain unfolds on an all-new adventure.
Care for some popcorn?
The Adventures of Rockford.
Don't get me wrong, it does my heart good to see Spree's usual crowd coming and going like normal again. But these are die-hard regulars we're talking about. There's no way they wouldn't notice me whenever I visit, right? So why won't more of them buy any popcorn from me? We've been calling out with every familiar face on site.
Now playing at a theater near you. Take wing and soar.
For the movie on sale at the shop.
Orion Films tend to put out quality work such as my Casablanca, which I watched yesterday. Robin, the Lady Justice came from the same studio. What I like about both of them is that they hold to a consistent theme. Movies nowadays like to shoehorn in popular songs or love scenes that are wholly irrelevant to the main storyline. Orion Films, on the other hand, places its focus on the actual substance without any window dressing to distract from it.
Alrighty.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
The shade didn't scare me, but really it didn't. But as far as horror movies goes, I'd rather pick the ones with shark monsters. I mean, come on. I think the actual physical bodies feel way more believable than ghosts, you know?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Have you seen Robin, the Lady Justice from Orion Films? After various delays due to construction and such, we'll finally be screening it from today onward. The movie itself is a social problem drama centered around the shortcomings and injustice of the legal system. Judith Lancer plays the lead role beautifully too. Despite not fitting her usual style, it really is a breath of fresh air.
Welcome. If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance. We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Yeah, Judith is a lawyer. We also watched this movie already quite a while ago. A nasty man but like Virgil, with a father in a position of power, sort of reminds me of Ronald. You're talking about Ronald Griffith? Yeah, I remember him. He's that student that dropped out of Aramis after causing problems there. I think his father was a senator, but he resigned after bribery allegations came out. Dingo asked me to run a background check on his spoiled brat of a son around that time. Ren raked Ronald over coals. She was just like Robin in the movie. And she did it on stage in front of a whole student body. I doubt I'd ever have the courage to do something like that. Sesoko swooped in and saved Ren when those guys were giving her a hard time. Only someone with guts of steel could have done that, and I bet you anything it made her happy to have someone in her corner. Being able to step in and take action in tense situations is one of your many strong points. Thank you, Van. It means a lot to hear you say that. I suppose it's true that no matter the field, the honest types always have the greatest crosses to bear. Really? That's the first thing out of your mouth after watching that? I would say that I have a far better impression of people like that than I do opportunistic fence-sitters. However, one of my mottos is justice without force is powerless, but force without justice is violence. People can talk all they like, but without the power to back it up, nothing will ever come out of it. Remind me not to take you to a movie again. Oops, I think I have a wrong pause. No, you're very right actually. I'm your new manager and I plan on doing everything in my power to whip you into shape. Nice to meet you. You're joking, right? Right? But does it mean you're the daughter of a company president my father's indebted to? What? Did you only figure that out now? I mean, we even passed each other a few times when we were still in that acting school. You really are thick-headed, huh? Should have said something. Anyway, having you as my manager, I think I'll... You're not getting away this time. Both our dads asked me specifically for finding a cure for your lack of motivation. Oh, come on. There's no need to be so tense. We're going to make you an A-list setup in no time. What does my life come to? By the way, none of this needs to change the relationship between you, son, and I. And if I hear you blab to her about all this, so help me. Well, I trust we have an understanding, right, Peter? Yeah, I get it. Just stop smiling like that already. Miss? Ah, finally a breather. It's been a long journey to get here, but now... Never seen you so choked up before, homies. Well, if it isn't Arkwright and crew, what can I say? Work really had me going. But enough about me. I heard your morning was rather explosive, so to speak. Word on the back channels is that you locked horns with Marduk and the Kruger. That is correct. My deepest apologies for any distress that was caused. Van and them wouldn't have had to go through all that if I hadn't messed up so bad. Can't blame you for being curious, but can you do us a favor and drop the subject? Ah, sounds like quite a tale, but fine, I won't pry. Thanks. So, what's up with you? Taking a break? That's right, I stopped to relax a bit after finishing up a big job. I'll be on the move again before long, though, so still have a few minor deliveries to make. You mean you're busy even at this late hour? Oh, it isn't so bad when you love what you do. Besides, I'm not the only one burning the midnight oil here. Couldn't begin to guess what you're after, but don't forget to take a break when you can. Sure thing. Gotta say, I'm curious to know what homies would consider a big job. I'm available for replacement furniture orders, by the way, now that your office is in smithereens. If you need something couriered, just say the word, I even give you the customer loyalty discount. As it turns out, the accident at Zen 1 was a terrorist plot all along. Good thing Asa made it out alright, it's a wonder no one else was hurt. Yeah, that's what they say, but Tyrell Times did a whole piece about it. You pick up a lot while you're out cycling more, right, Vendel? Don't suppose you heard any dirt about those terrorists being a cover-up story? Oh heck, maybe you caught a glimpse of a real culprit on the road? What do you think I am, a CID spy? Let me guess, those message boards have been filling your head with conspiracy theories? Now you're hoping I'll prove them right? You got me. Don't get me wrong, I genuinely am glad nobody was killed. Otherwise I'd feel like a total jackass hyping on all these conspiracy theories. That's not just me either. People are more comfortable using things as gossip fodder when it's not over someone else's grave. To be honest, I haven't been seeing nearly as many freak incidents as usual lately. Never mind, keeping a healthy distance is what makes urban legends and rumors so compelling. I'd rather not run the risk of becoming one of the poor saps who get caught up in them.
Thanks for stopping by.
Kunming still doesn't have the slightest idea what we go through. And again, honest people like her are the ones we ought to protect most. It'll be a chore, but at the very least I'll pull the right strings to keep her fingers out of the wrong pies.
May I help you? Thank you.
And Miss Mao, I'm a little out of the loop, but you said a new family started up in Langport, right? If so, then congratulations. Breathing some new life into the organization can only make it better, I'm sure. Coming, save that kind of talk for after business hours. Oops, sorry Miss Mao. The bits and pieces I heard this morning just had me curious. That's fine, but if you want to keep this job, you're going to need to learn some discretion. Still, that you would extend us well wishes over this speaks to a pure and innocent perspective I hadn't thought possible. That's one of your good points, Mungmin. I'm not the least bit upset about it. We do all that you can to get back on the ball and keep kids like you safe. You kinda lost me there, but thanks, I think. If only she knew the things we go through. We've been taking a wait-and-see approach to things, hence why our recognition of the Lee family followed so closely after the Lu families. The important thing is that the Lees and Lus have finally worked out the differences. I hope for a fruitful relationship with both of them. I'm not really in the know about Heyu, but they added a new family, right? Doesn't it make them bigger and better now? Sounds pretty congratulations worthy to me. Good job today, Tower. I had to keep my eyes on the debate for a while, but we had a simulcast of a symposium going too. And honestly, I think your speech was met with the most applause I've ever seen. Well, thank you. I only hope we're able to come together on some of the solutions proposed. Oh, you guys made it. I'm so glad to see you all safe. I heard there weren't any casualties, but I was still worried, you know? Me too. And when Agnes didn't answer my calls, sorry, guess we're just too busy to notice. Well, as you can see, we're perfectly fine. Still kind of dealing with the aftermath though. Anyway, weren't you two in the middle of something? That's an awfully obvious subject change. But yeah, I was just getting a few interviews with some members of the ICO. And she's been doing a wonderful job of it too. Of course, it doesn't hurt that she is so easy to talk to. I'll be sure to have all my students read your articles as soon as they're published. What do you think, Agnes? That sounds like a great idea. Would you mind telling me about what happened at your office later? I'll just end up digging into things myself anyway, so you might as well save me the time. I'm glad to see you all safe and sound. I'll get in touch again once the reports of the symposium are ready. Hey Chen, congrats on your article. It looks like you finally managed to break into Z1 reporting, huh? It sure took you a while. It's like it was yesterday you were complaining about being stuck writing listicles. Thanks, honestly, I'm surprised you even noticed. I kind of figured you'd just ignore it all, you know, like you usually do. Oh well, it's not like I hate you or anything. I just had a lot on my mind lately. But enough about that, you managed to capture one of the most defining news pieces of the year. No way I wouldn't at least praise you for it. I don't know how much credit I can take for that. Just happened to snap a picture the second it all went down. Besides, a car crash isn't exactly the sort of epic Z1 coverage I was hoping to get. Stumbling upon a freak incident by pure chance probably doesn't count for much. Still, maybe I really have been gaining some ground as a reporter. Reading it from my sister just makes it feel more real, if that makes any sense. But unlike last year, my brother can actually do the kind of work he likes now, so cheers to that! On a separate note, I wonder how Peter's holding up. He said he was meeting up with his manager tonight. Had a nasty surprise. Let's see how that works out for those two.
Come on, babe. Just give me a shot. A story of blood-stained Earth.
What did I come for again? The latest volume of that novel? Wait, no. That's not it. My boss sent me to pick up some research material. What if it ever slipped my mind? Or who am I fooling? It's obviously because of how often I visit a bookstore for fun these days. Now it is as though my brain blocks out all thoughts of work whenever I'm here. Maybe I've gone a bit too lax. Yesterday's autograph signing event was a massive success. Sales practically went through the roof. The new fiscal year starts next month, so I plan to maintain this momentum and keep the store going strong. This might be a good time to scope out potential collaborations and pin down opportune fair dates. I should look into setting up an online mail order service as well. So much to think about, so little time. Still drafting up plans like these is what I love doing most.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
For Leon.
I hope to see you again.
Confirming schedule.
I'll treasure it. I'll take good care of it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You have my thanks.
And here I thought you had poor taste.
I'll gladly accept this.
Alright. And that should be it for our exploration. So next time we discuss plans at Montmartre, and probably in between I take a few rounds in the Märchengarten. Until next time then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.